All right, what's up, everybody? We are back here with the first week here of Club Fortnite. Sorry, I know the stream's been running for a little bit and it's been dead quiet. I've been making sure our Rocket League club season works. All right, so we're about 15 minutes out here from getting started in our first duo. Week one action here for no build. We got 34 players in the queue here. Um, Sorry, yeah, I am doing a lot of things at once, and as your teacher says, you are not that good at multitasking. I always think that I'm good, but I am not. All right, so we do have 49 duos um, that have signed up, so we're officially full on our time slot here, which I was a little nervous last week because we started out with such a smaller number, but that's always how it is for preseason here. So um, we actually were able to go ahead and fill up the entire time slot here, so we're full up. We should be seeing 98 players in today's lobby, and again, this is a 7-week season. Um, I'm We're probably just going to go ahead and extend it to 8 weeks, just because the way that we do playoffs here is typically the top X number of teams from each time slot or pool advances to a championship round. But with only having one time slot available, we'll probably just go ahead and add an additional week of competition to see to give them an extra week to rack up points here. So usually for varsity, we have like three different time slots, and like the top 11 teams from each time slot will advance into the championship round, which is then best of three. We also got Club Rocket League going on tonight as well, 2v2 Rocket League. We had 11 teams, I believe, signed up. So that's pretty sweet. Again, these are our first times ever running club seasons here for the Wisconsin High School Esports Association. So it's a learning process, you know. So we're constantly learning. Um, I'm happy to constantly be back here helping. I really enjoy actually casting Fortnite. It's a lot of fun. So no build is the current game mode here. So we got duos. Varsity is trio build. So I haven't got to play still too much of the season here, but I am strucken by the nostalgic factor of the Power Rangers original. I remember being in elementary school when the Megazord first released, and it was the coolest thing. Um, 8-year-old Mike probably has ever witnessed. Um, so I'm pretty excited to see it come back into play here. Again, because we aren't in a competitive tournament mode here, Some of it we can't disable certain features, so we may see some of these these NPCs and other items come into play that you wouldn't usually see in competitive mode. I know last year we saw a number of JV teams take over Godzilla and go stomping around the map. But when we saw our varsity teams playing, we did not see as many of them try to utilize Godzilla as our JV teams. So um, we'll see how many teams go ahead and decide to use the Megazord today. Um, Excuse me, Discord, where'd you go? All right, so we're up to 54. We got about 4 minutes until we're launching here. Again, just a reminder to make sure that you check your email if you're a coach and you're part of the club Fortnite season. I did email out the code today. Oh my goodness. All right, so about 3 minutes until launch here. All right, let me double check my email again here real quick. All right, we got 54. We should have more than that, but you never know. It is a Monday. Maybe some people forgot that they had a match today. All right, 30 seconds out here from launching the bus. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started here. All right, take a look over at our Smash Brothers singles too to see how we're doing over there. All right, a lot of matches in progress. We had over 120 students register, so that's a good sign. Again, top 64 for that will advance to Eau Claire, our state championship on December 6th. All right. As usual, if you are watching in chat, you're more than welcome to let me know if you want me to try to spectate anybody specifically here. Again, I can try to recognize some names from last year. Again, we know ET Go Home. Wild Carp, I know that name. Alright, so again, we have a north to south type of directional here for the bus, so a lot of people decided to go ahead and drop relatively early. And you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to go look at my my friends from the Western Regional Middle School League to read their spectator guide, so... Alright, so... Who's dropping hot? Anybody? Alright. I see Pigeon Kid and Wolfpack Attack, that's Wisconsin Connection Academy, are already engaged in a skirmish here. Pigeon Kid going down here. Oh! And I believe that was Wolfpack Attack gets another one there. Alright, so we'll jump around here. Anybody else dropping hot? Yes, we got some more action here in the middle. The loading screen going real fast there. Alright. Taking the elimination point there. Looking for the teammate. Yak Deathmo with the hammer there. Just going to go ahead and maybe get out of town here. Johnny Boy is also here too, so I think they're just going to go ahead and play this safe, kind of regroup a little bit. Go ahead and use that tunnel. Got some more action up top there, though. Lost Light going to go ahead and get some heals going up. Big damage coming down here from Yakmo off to the side there. Sorry, Yuck Deathmo. Deathmo. I'm going to butcher all of your IGNs constantly, so bear with me here. Alright, going right into it. Going into the bush! And there goes Deathmo. Uses the hammer to go ahead and get out. Another charge off the hammer. Deathmo going to hide behind the rock here. Look to make a play, trying to get out. I'm just going to go ahead and send the Megazord running here. Lazy coming in behind here. Deathmo trying to go ahead and get out. Must be waiting for those charges on the hammer to keep charging back up so they can use it to go ahead and get away. And there goes another hammer charge in order to stretch the gap a little bit more here. I don't think that they're going to be able to go ahead and get to Deathmo here, so they may just give up on the hunt. Got some more action going on down here in the southwest quadrant. We got ET go home, and Oliver is winner. Ooh, I would take the shots. Take the shots. Not able to go ahead and land too many there with the scope. Oh, trying to go for the launch pad there to break it. I think that's a pretty smart play there. Got the high ground, but unfortunately getting a little blocked there by the tree. We're in the first ring here, so it's not going to be a ton of storm damage, so don't really need to be waiting too long for that one. South side of the map here has got a lot of action going. Horicon Esports in the mix of it here. Green Ranger sliding down here. Going for the no scope. Gets cracked. Horicon Esports trying to get one shotgun shot done. And uses the hammer to go ahead and get away. Gonna be one hit. Hopefully they have a med pack at the very least or some spray mist. Able to go ahead and get out of there. Go in. Has the spray mist. able to get some crack shots up there on Nintendo 9926. Now, do they go ahead and go for the res here? Do they take the thirsty elimination point? They're going to go ahead and go for the res. Going to go ahead and be able to get the res off. Take the thirsty elimination. I think that's smart in order to go ahead and get that point. But they totally forgot Nintendo is here. Oh, and Nintendo's able to go ahead and take the flank and get the 1v2 outplay there. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and remind Nintendo. Turn those off. If you read the rules, no sprays, no dances, and no emotes. So somebody's going to be getting an email from me. All right, Baby Tank and Company in the Megazord. Grabbing an elimination there. All right, Toe Muncher and Giggsy Game looking for it. Oh, misses the shotgun shot there. Oh, not able to go ahead and get the play there. And here comes some nice superhero chess. All right, again, we'll try to keep moving around the map here a little bit, see what's going on. Oh, Aaron is champ. All right, Cam Bob. Maybe trying to go for the reboot here. Aaron is champ is here, though. Oh, I like that P shortcut. So thank you, Levine Esports, for that recommendation there. Uh-oh, a lot of damage coming in here. And they're able to go ahead and find the elimination. Oh my goodness, big damage coming in here. Megazord. Oh, got the Heat Seeker missile coming to Aaron as champ. And that's going to be the elimination there. The Megazord. Going for TTL. Corey trying to go ahead and get out of town here. Able to. Wolfpack now has a Heat Seeker. Oh my goodness. The Megazord is just dishing out the damage here. Everybody's running for the hills. Oh, big damage coming in. Yet another Heat Seeker trying to come in here for mini X-Set. Oh. Oh. The Megazord is running wild here. EXE bench trying to run, trying to find some cover. Everybody on the north side of the map is safe for the time being. Baby Tank and Company out of the Megazord finally, but racking up massive amounts of kills and eliminations here. Let's go ahead and see how many do they have. Actually, surprisingly, that's not as many as I was expecting, so. All right, so Baby Tank and Pigeon Kid on top with 3 eliminations. Monarch taking some damage here. Not sure if it's storm ticks or what, but we'll take a look here. Alright, we do have some action here in the middle. ET go home and company. Taking the thirst here. Gonna go ahead and get the elimination there. Sharkman 20. Oliver is winner, is up top there. Trying to get some pot shots off there. Sharkman trying to get picked up here. In a bit of a contested area here. I think they're going to be able to go ahead and get the pickup up. Able to go ahead and get the reboot, or the res off, I should say. Again, everybody's kind of spaced out now. We may see a couple members here. Don't need to be changing my focal point. Alright, grabbing the bug claw. Alright, this is Monarch and Nintendo. Alright, we got some people pretty spaced out here. Again, everybody may just be playing kind of passive right now until the ring closes here. That's the way that I would be playing this. Oh, who's coming from way out there? TTK Logan is back up. TTV on the outside here again. Now we see a little bit of people closing in together here. Wild Carpin, this must be our Bayport crew. Just kind of playing things smart on the old safe side of the ring there. All right. Here comes a 1v2 play here. Let's see if Wild Carp and Crystal Jubine are able to go ahead and get that in their favor. Wild Carp trying to land some shots here, but my goodness. Who do we have? Boy, that was some fancy work there. I'm going to have to go into spectator mode and figure out how I can go ahead and turn on like player name badges and stuff. And mini map on. Alright, I'll tell you what, I'll do that afterwards. Hey, there we go. Alright, that's what I was looking for. I tried something and I got it. Look at that. All right, so now we know that we got Seaglow here. All right, gonna have to try to go ahead and get back into the ring here. Pigeon Kid and Wolfpack Attack, which I believe is our Wisconsin Connection Academy duo. And Wolfpack Attack is up, even though my my indicator shows that is not true. Car's taking a little bit of damage there. Nintendo able to go ahead and take out True Spritz. Oregon Esports goes down to Nintendo again. Again, we are getting to the point here of the lobby to where I would highly recommend to everybody that if you don't have a med mist or some sort of minis to your name, you're going to want to go ahead and get some here soon. So, all right, Oliver is winner here. Just trying to survive. Mini X set. taking out Monarch. Nintendo is also here, uses the hammer to go ahead and try to get away, but not going to be able to go ahead and get away again. And so Mini Exet and Sharkman able to go ahead and get 2 more elimination points there, earning them 4 elims total. Pigeon Kid and Wolfpack Attack still on top here with 5. Baby Tank and Kit Ixon also had 5. WSB Cyclo is a solo with 4 eliminations here. Looking at our lobby leader here, not able to go ahead and find it. Wolfpack Attack gonna go ahead and try their luck. Cyclo not able to go ahead and do another 1v2 outplay there. But I will say, for a solo drop-in today with 4 eliminations, well played. I would say a great round. There was nothing to be disappointed about that performance today. All right, Pigeon Kid on the outside. ET go home, and Oliver is a winner. ET go home, gonna get stuck out by themselves. And so now Oliver is winner as the last member, using that hammer to try to reposition into the ring here. And unfortunately gonna get stuck out in the storm. Able to get a little med mist off, gonna try to get a little bit more out here. At least hold off and let people kind of reposition. Should be able to go ahead and get enough to get back into the ring here. Got one more hammer. Should be able to go ahead and slide in, maybe get close to the ring, use the last little bit of the med mist here. Uses it all, gonna have to go ahead and crouch. Looking for some sort of health pack or something here. In a good position for the ring here. Doesn't want it, oh! Gonna get spotted out from the high ground there by Mini Exet. Again, this is where the high ground and some of those porta-forts are gonna come in clutch here. Mini Railgun should be able to go ahead and take down some of those porta-forts pretty quick though. Oh no, Sharkman going down here. Mini Exet though, again with that clutch porta-fort here. Gonna be able to go ahead and get the res back. All right, Draw Blade and Love Roller 2 trying to reposition here. Uses the hammer to knock one out of the way. Oh, that's the teammate. Draw Blade goes down. Love Roller 2. Looking to move, gotta move. And it's so hard right now. Ooh, this is, I was gonna say, that's a very risky reboot right there, or res, sorry. Gonna keep rotating, should see Pigeon Kid here. Elects to go for the mini, must not have seen Pigeon Kid behind them. And Love Roller's gonna go ahead and go down. Pigeon Kid trying to make a 1v2 play here themselves against Toe Muncher. Shotgun shots not landing here. Gonna be so close in order to get Toe Muncher down, but Toe Muncher survives with one shot. One stray bullet would have been enough to take out Toe Muncher, but not able to go ahead and find it. TTL Kuri taking down Sharkman again. All right, we'll just keep an eye here from Toe Muncher and company to see how they do with the closing circle here. We only got 9 players left here. Looking to reposition. There's not a lot of high ground available here. Gonna give away position here too, though. KFC Chicken going down into the pit here. This is a really risky spot to be in. TTL Kuri also getting lit up. Able to get knocked there by Toe Muncher. 8 damage ticks per second in the storm there. Gonna have to be really careful. Don't want to take too much damage here. KFC Chicken up top there. Toe Muncher trying to push in. Gonna go ahead and find KFC Chicken. These miniguns just shred through the armor. Gonna go ahead and take the thirst there. Smart taking the elimination point. Xset using, oh, almost getting cracked all the way down there. Gonna get a mini off, uses the hammer to go ahead and reposition again. Z-Man Can also just sitting there bunkered down, not letting anybody know that they're there. Z-Man letting them know now. Gonna go ahead and use the hammer to go ahead and get away here. I see a Megazord medallion, but I don't think it's gonna come into play here for the final ring. Everybody's just trying to be cautious of where they're rotating to. TTK Logan goes down to Mini Xset. Mini Xset down on the ground here, also low. Gonna get spotted out here. Railguns. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Z-Man's got the high ground and good circle position. Ooh, takes the one shotgun blast here. Mini Xset down below here with Toe Muncher. Z-Man and company with the high ground. Again, keep an eye on where the ring is rotating though. Oh, Mini Xset and Toe Muncher using the hammers on top of each other. Toe Muncher uses the position. It's now a 1v2 situation here for Toe Muncher. Gonna try to go ahead and get out with the hammer. I don't know, gonna get stuck into the storm. I don't know if they're gonna be able to get out. I don't think they can get up. One more tick. Oh, not able to go ahead and find it, and not Tavis FR going down there. Z-Man Can holds the high ground here at the very end of today's lobby, and is going to go ahead and get the dub there. Z-Man Can, congratulations for the victory royale tonight. That's going to be all she wrote for us tonight here. We'll be back next week here with another duo set. Make sure that you're tuning in. We'll see you again next week. I will update the CSV and award points to the teams that have earned them. Again, if you don't have your IGN connected to your Fenworks account, I cannot give you any points. So thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Tune in tomorrow for Varsity Smash. Tune in Wednesday for Varsity Overwatch. And yeah, that's going to be it for me tonight. So have a great night, everybody. See you next week.